Hi, I'd like to welcome you to BNN. It's a live program, and this is Senior Con program. And as you can see in our introduction, they went through some scenes from a lot of events. One was the Senior Games, which we have every year, and that pertains to golf, basketball, horseshoes. It's a walk, and it's a lot of combination of all different events that we have. And it's called the Senior Games, Greater Boston Senior Games, and that's what you see. Before I get started, we talk about our mayor, Tom Menino, would like everybody to stay in their homes as much as they can, to be independent. And we're always looking for different ways and different ideas to keep seniors in their homes, and it's working great. If you have any questions, please feel free. You can call this. Again, it's a live program. It's 617-708-3290. Before I get to my guest, we're just talking about the Senior Games. I'd like to talk a little bit about what other programs we have. We have the RSVP program, which is a program that seniors, when you retire, you can come to work. What is unique about this program, you can pick and choose what you want to do, how many hours you want to work, where you want to work, and what other place can you get a job that you can pick all three, what you want to do, and where you want to go. We have the Senior Companion Program, which is a great program, and it's seniors pairing off with another senior. And they might go visit them for some time. They might go to the doctors with them. And they just might go visit them and just talk about the newspaper or talk about something. And it's a great thing that seniors create a bond to each other. And we try to meet the senior companions in the same area of the city of Boston. So that's a great program. We have advocates. The advocates go all over the city of Boston with any questions, any problems that your seniors might have. If you do have a problem and we can't answer it, we will steer you in the right direction. We will give you numbers. If we can't fix the problem, we will try to get you in the right direction for any problems that you might have. Like you said, there's many programs, there's many events that come up during the course of the year. From first night we have the event, we call it First Night. It's a countdown, the mayor counts down at noon, and you usually have around 3,000 seniors, and that's all over the Boston area. They come and enjoy and do the countdown with the mayor. It's a fun time. And that's just a couple events that we wanted to go over. And I'm trying to think about all different kinds of services that we do provide. We have a tax program that you can get some taxes off your property. There is a little guidelines that you have to go. So if you qualify, you can get a few hundred off your taxes, which is great right now, and it's very important. The number you can call for any service or for anything that I brought up, you can call the Elderly Commission at 617-635-4366, and we can take you to or send you to the right person, whatever you want to talk about or whatever your needs are. Before I go to my guest, I just want to talk that I know that if my feet hurt, my body starts hurting. And if you don't have the right things on, the right shoes or this and that, your feet hurt, you're out of whack. So that's what I'll come in with my guest. My guest's name is Jordana Sparrow, and she has been practicing for more than 10 years. And she has a private practice in Back Bay. We can go over a little bit. And she had some schooling in California and surgical training in New York City. So I'm going to send it off to Jordana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for asking me.
Before we get started, why don't you just tell me a little bit about your practice?
Well, I'm in a private podiatric practice, general podiatry and surgical podiatry in Back Bay. We're located on Beacon Street, right out of Copley Square, near the T with plenty of parking. I am a solo practitioner, so you know when you come to my office, I will always be the doctor that you see. There are no switching around, no guessing games. I have a great staff that's very accommodating. They try to get you in for an appointment within a week, if not sooner. And I offer morning and evening hours for those who work and need to come after work hours.
Well, that's great, especially the evening hours, because a lot of people are doing things. So they have a variety of different times that they can come to see you. What is some of the signs and symptoms that someone needs to see you, podiatrist?
Well, the main one is pain. Any kind of pain. A lot of people think it's okay to have pain in your feet, especially as you get older, and that's just not the case. Pain is usually an indication that there's a problem, and you should definitely, have it looked at by a professional. Some other just basic symptoms, sensations that aren't normal, such as burning, tingling, coldness, numbness, discoloration of the skin.
That's a big problem, discoloration of the skin.
Of the skin. Yeah, well, and usually that indicates there's something going on that shouldn't be. And thick toenails, which is a huge problem, and sometimes you can do something permanent about them, sometimes it's just something you need to manage. And then there's a whole host of systemic diseases that can show up in the feet first. So again, emphasizing if there is something different or painful, you should definitely have it looked at. Some examples of those are obviously diabetes, which we'll discuss more in depth in a moment probably. Gout, which is a red hot swollen joint that can come and go, usually related to food. And, it may only be showing up in the foot, but it may be a sign that you could be treating it with a medication as well if you see the proper doctors, usually your primary care, and then other processes such as rheumatoid arthritis that may show up first in the feet as joints that are swelling on and off, and maybe a sign that there's something else going on.
Okay, people we talk a little bit about diabetes. Is that the only ones that should care about their feet? Would someone with diabetes or the common person can get? Because I know a lot of people, they talk about their feet. Oh, if I had diabetes, and then some people, even if they don't have, they just totally ignore the pain or the problems.
Right. No, anybody can have foot problems, and there is a misconception out there because Medicare only covers the routine care for diabetics, meaning they come once they have a certain set of problems. And then there are other types of disease that qualify you for the routine care. They're very specific, but the patient isn't the one that should be making the decision. They should see a doctor and find out if they have a problem that qualifies them for the routine care. But the misconception is that you can't go to a podiatrist if you're not a diabetic, but that's just not so. Any problem, you should go see somebody, whether it's a podiatrist or your primary care physician first, and not just assume that you won't be covered or that it isn't a problem that can be fixed.
So what's good about your practice, like you said before, is that you'll be seeing them. So which is good. So our audience can say, you'll be the doctor that we've seen them, which is very important to have the same doctor all the time. And I think that a lot of people would agree that seeing the same doctor, it just makes a trust. Not that anything's wrong, but it's a more of a trust when you see the same person, which is good. But I know we brought up a lot of props and stuff.